Hi everyone, my name's Natasha and welcome back to the Myprotein YouTube channel. On this video, we are talking about some of the scientific reasons why exercise helps us to feel better. So exercise is powerful. It does make us feel good, wouldn't you agree? But how and why? How does it impact our brain function and our mood? So the whole feeling better, we can break that down into physically feeling better as well as mentally feeling better. So let's talk about the brain. When we exercise, evidence has shown there's particular increase in activity is all of these neural connections that are stimulated after exercise. In particular, we're talking about our prefrontal cortex. So that's that lobe right at the front here. Now that's involved in memory and emotion. And we're also talking about the hippocampus. So that sits back a little bit deeper in the brain and stimulating emotion, mood, and memory recall. In fact, scientific studies have shown that exercise actually stimulates growth of the hippocampus. How cool is that? Now, these two lobes of the brain are extremely important for exercise modulation. Now, when we exercise, we get an absolutely huge burst of hormone changes, and importantly, the release of neurotransmitters. Now, these transmitters are the ones that are going to go up to the brain and stimulate all of these connections with those key areas that modulate mood. They're quite important for helping recovery of our cardiopulmonary system, so the heart, our lungs. But do you know an important fact? They actually suppress stress hormones. Now consider why after we exercise, we get these feelings of joy. Recently, there's been quite a lot of talk about endocannabinoids. Now, this is a cell signaling molecule that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. So research is considering how much this stimulates those key areas of our brain which influence how we feel. So as we exercise, we do get an increase in these endocannabinoids, and that's quite key because they will signal some of our endorphins and further reduce the impact of stress. There are also other aspects to feeling better after we exercise. The other thing about exercise is we actually stimulate our reward centers. You've set a goal, you've achieved a goal, you've exercised, you've progressed, and actually that feedback loop does make you feel good. And this is why tracking your progress sometimes, photos, videos, measures, is fantastic. Exercise is transformative. The increase in oxygen uptake that we get when exercising is key for our cells, for our function. And we get that through so many different pathways. It doesn't matter whether you walk into the gym by yourself or whether you're training online. There is this sense of community as you exercise. And we as humans, we love building relationships. Those relationships are the key things that target the prefrontal cortex. They target memories. They make us feel good. When they make us feel good, they also help us with our attention span. So the process of completing an exercise, and as I said, setting those goals and seeing that you've achieved them, going through a process, again, builds on our feedback loop. As we get release of these neurotransmitters and hormones, we are in fact increasing our awareness, our perception, our risk assessment as we do an activity, which in turn helps us with our own attention. We find that when we exercise, we might be able to focus in on a task a little bit more. Can you think of a time when you've exercised and all of a sudden you've had this burst of energy that lasts for the rest of the day? You skip down the road, rethinking the memory of that workout has left you in a good mood. That's certainly the case for me. And that's why I continue to work out. And that's why you should probably challenge yourself to do a little bit each day and continue with the fantastic fitness journey that you're on. So we have touched on some of the scientific reasons as to why exercise makes us feel better. There are more. There are definitely more. But the take-home message here is that it can help you. So do get up, do exercise, challenge yourself, and feel that change. I've been Natasha. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And other than that, remember to like and subscribe to the Myprotein channel.